Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to this rainy night in South Carolina, but a beautiful night in North Carolina virtually here as we are getting ready to to get started in the round of 8 for the Bluegrass Cup Series, as we do have a lot of drivers out on track here tonight. Actually, a new driver that I see out on track, so this is going to be a very interesting night here tonight as we're getting ready to go 55 laps here at the beautiful Charlotte Motor Speedway Roval. As you know it, you see it, it is a beautiful red, white, and blue strucken course. So we're going to go on board here and watch with a couple of your final 8 drivers as they're getting ready to get those laps underway at the LNS Customs 125. You see right now we're riding on board here with Wyatt Brackett, currently setting his out lap. We're going to see if Wyatt Brackett has anything to say for his first lap. We do know that he is in contention for those points, so he's going to have to really get some momentum down here early on and try to get out in front of these boys if he's going to make up any room. As we've seen, Zach Nichols taking home 10 wins on the season. We know Zach Nichols can get it done, and I saw that he was running pretty good in practice as well. So we'll see if he's able to replicate that same success in the regular race. It looks like Wyatt Brackett currently setting his out lap. As we're going to just cycle through here, see a couple of drivers who are currently out on that track. You see Matt Grenier in that 15, Doug Newbigging in that 7. Looks like he might have had a little bit of an issue in that car, rolling slow through that corner. 31 of Brandon Holder rolling through that blind crest. This is going to be a corner that we watch out for a lot here tonight. It's going to be very interesting to see how these boys handle these corners. We saw last night Jason Collins, Nate Maurer getting into a little bit of a scuffle. So we're going to see if we have something going on here with the Cup Series. We know the Cup Series boys, they not saying the Xfinity boys don't have their head on straight, but we know when Nate and Jason get together, man, it can just, sparks can fly. There can be, it doesn't matter how talented those boys are. They get around each other, and it's just taken to a completely different level. That is a whole nother rivalry that we can talk about on another day. But right now, nobody's currently set that lead lap so far. It looks like Brandon Holder right now currently coming around the course. Gabriel Ellison also on his out lap. So we'll see how these boys get it set up. Josh, what are you looking for tonight here in this Cup Series? And, compared to what we saw last night in the Xfinity Series, even though we only had 8 cars.
That same competitiveness, Chris. Tonight's going to be hard. It's going to be some drivers that have to take to the left and right. We know we've got experience all through the Cup Series field with guys that are talented on these road courses. So I'm expecting to see, a lot more competitiveness. And, like you were saying, drivers pushing each other to more limits, getting more aggressive with each other. I'm expecting to see that, but maybe not a little bit to the later half of the race. 55 laps here tonight, 15 more than the Xfinity race last night. So expecting to just see everyone have to maintain some pit strategy here a little bit more, but at the same time, like you said, Chris, this is the start of the round of 8, man. People are going to have to get some moves if they're behind. So we're going to have to see how they do, because they're going to want to make it to these last 4 drivers the next following weeks. So you definitely don't want to do what the 7's doing right now in race trim. So get all that out of your system here. It's his second lap. He has set his P2 qualifying spot of a 121.25, but we'll see these rest of these drivers qualifying. Chris, we've got 8 drivers that are hungry here tonight, and I'm expecting to see sparks fly.
Riding on board here with Zach Nichols, your current championship points leader. Also 10 wins on the season, so one of those drivers that, like we always say every week, he's not accustomed to not being up front. We know, I want to say last week or maybe it was at Bristol, he had a little bit of an issue. I think he went a couple of laps down, but he was able to battle back out and, at least come out with, I want to say, a top 12 finish in that race. So still a good run there. And I want to say, Josh, we've got a new runner on the track, Cedric Hunter. Never seen that name before, but currently set himself up into that second place in that 04 machine.
Yeah, so it looks good from, that new face out on the track. We'll have to see if we can, watch him here tonight and see how he drives. It's good to see a new face out there on the track here, though. But rolling here with Doug Newbigging. I thought this was Ellison. Thought I saw 2 7s, but it was just the way that livery looks right there. But, that 7 of Doug Newbigging having some trouble there on his first lap. You see a little bit of trouble here on the second lap. We'll see how he's going to set himself up here. This is just a tough track.
Yeah, especially that bus stop back there. That is it more feels like a dog leg than it does a bus stop. You have to get it really slowed down a lot more than what Daytona is. Daytona, you can kind of really let it flow through the bus stop, but at Charlotte, it's not so flowy. You have to get it really woed up, especially through this dog leg. As you see, that 7 getting all kinds of two wheels right there. That's what you're going to be seeing a lot of here tonight.
Yeah, a lot of that, a lot of looseness, and these concrete walls that, surround the track. It's just going to be a lot of beating and banging on those walls. We saw a lot of right sides tore up last night. A lot of guys getting spun around, on their own. Frankie Barroso, you see, just bouncing through the road course right now as he's going to get out on a NASCAR 1 and 2 here. We'll see how Frankie does here tonight. We know he's had some speed. It's Watkins Glen. He showed some speed.
Yeah, we'll see if Frankie can set himself up here tonight very well.
Nichols should be getting close to the end of his lap.
Morgen Baird just set himself up into that 7th position on his 2nd lap, so he's going to go ahead and set himself up into that 7th position.
We're about to see the end of lap 1 here for Zach Nichols, see where he's got himself set up with speed tonight.
Yeah, his teammate Matt Kemp currently holding on to that pole position. That was
about the smooth those apexes are, man.
That was about the same time. See if he can better it.
Did he get I think he got invalidated.
He might have been invalidated on that lap. We'll see if maybe this 2nd lap, if he can do anything to set himself up better. But he is flying through those corners right now.
I was going to say, he is moving. What about Frankie? Did he invalidate as well? Looks like he didn't set a lap either.
Yeah, it looks like Frankie did invalidate a lap. Something about these road courses, you can invalidate those laps pretty easily. And I'm also getting word, Josh, that John Bradley Pill over in the YouTube chat saying Hunter is driving for the Lucky Ducks and he'll be a full-time seat next season.
Oh, hell yeah. Well, it's good to see the team expanding. It looks like y'all got a good pick right there, man. P2 here tonight so far. Hey, out-qualifying the teammates so far. That's what you like to see with the new guy. That just makes everybody push harder now.
Gonna see Zach Nichols roll through the bus stop here one more time. See if he can get a better lap. See him running all the way down there to that apron just as much as he can, trying to get as much speed as he can. Whoa! A little bit of a fishtail there. Might set him up here good for that lap. We'll see.
122.72. That's going to put him on pole.
Pole position for Zach Nichols.
Frankie Barroso, 120.94. I told you, Frankie's got speed on these road courses, man.
Scott Fritz currently sitting in that 12th position on his lap. You got Mikey Neal. Whoa, as we go to Mikey Neal, looks like he's having all kinds of issues right now. He might just go ahead and pull that back to the pits and say, all right, I'm going to wait here. Man, Mo Abbott always coming out with those good-looking, just awesome-looking good wrench schemes.
Heck yeah, love those Earnhardt throwbacks. As Mo Abbott, the 3. I'm trying to think of something to call him, but I can't think of anything to call him. Man, I was trying to put his name with the Intimidator, but it's kind of hard.
The Mo-Intimidator?
I was thinking of that, but I didn't know if that sounded as good as that's what I was gonna say, but I didn't. Sounds better coming out of your mouth than mine, but I don't know. We'll think of something here.
Mo Abbott, though, going to roll himself into that 13th position off of that lap. Needs to knock a 1 off of that number. We're seeing Scott Fritz going to pull his way through the dog leg right now over the start-finish line. See where Scott Fritz sets himself up.
Doesn't like invalidated.
Yeah, doesn't look like he bettered his lap. He's going to invalidate that lap. Mikey Neal is
very easy to invalidate in the bus stop. That's where it happens the most right here. Yeah, getting up on those blue curbs right there, the turtle shells, whatever you want to call them. People call them multiple things. Turtle shells are the green ones. I don't know what they call the blue ones, actually, so we'll just call them turtle shells.
Motivator. Nate Messner in the YouTube chat saying the motivator.
Instead of the intimidator, the motivator. I like it.
I like it too.
So that's why we don't get paid to think. We just get paid to talk.
We just get paid to talk.
Well, heck yeah. We'll see how the motivator moves its way through the field here tonight. I'm going to use that now all the time. As our grid is getting set here tonight, 55 laps, like we said earlier. We'll get here to your qualifying grid in just a moment, or your starting grid. Your stage break is lap 10 and 25? Yeah, that's what I was about to say. So lap 10 and 25. We have 4 sets of tires here tonight, and we will be racing 2 Live 55. So 4 sets, you're going to have to really save those. That's 3 sets on pit road, the set on your car, not 4 extra sets. There you go. Take that with a grain of salt and tell your driver you're going to have to save here tonight, man, because we know how hot and slicky this track gets here. And
it can get very slippery very quickly.
102 degrees track to temp, man. And Charlotte eats up tires, especially the road course, with how fast and the turns are just, every turn is different here. It's crazy how the transition changes are so big in the infield.
Oh man, Nate Messner said, "When do I get paid for doing your thinking?" Whenever I get paid to be able to pay you, buddy.
All right, well, we're going to go ahead and hop through your qualifying grid here. It looks like we have majority of your cars besides our second place. So we'll go ahead and get through it. The 44 of Zach Nichols going to sit on pole. We'll roll back through here with Matt Kemp in just a minute, who is going to sit on that outside pole. Looks like he just popped in, actually. Did you see that 54 starting outside pole? Then it's going to be Frankie Barroso, P3 here tonight. Oh, yes. We didn't get to see the car in qualifying, but the 04 Hello Kitty of Cedric Hunter going to start P4 here tonight, the new Lucky Ducks member. P5 going to go to his other teammate, that 7 of Doug Newbigging. Words are hard. Brandon Holder going to start P6 here with Lucky Ducks 77 of Gabriel Ellison starting P7. The number 10 of Wyatt Brackett going to start P8 here tonight with Morgan Baird going to start in that P9 position. Matt Grenier, he's going to start here tonight in 10th with David Farmer in that 11th spot. Then you're going to see Scott Fritz roll out 12th tonight. The motivator, Mo Abbott, going to start here in that P13 spot with Brian Terry. Rolling off the grid tonight, P14. Mikey Neal Jr. going to roll out P15 with Michael Sturgill Jr. starting in that P16. A lot of Mikes and Sturgills, or a lot of Mikes and Juniors right there in that row. As we're going to get Jaden Kurtashi rounding out your field here in that 81 Ford Mustang. As, man, if you haven't had that gingerbread snap, I think it was only a holiday Mountain Dew. That stuff was good, dude. That was a really good Mountain Dew. I didn't think I was going to like it, but really good. If they still have it, go get it and tell them that Jaden Kurtashi sent you, even though they're going to have no idea who he is. All right, so we're going to roll the field here and watch. It's going to be the one cashier in the world that watches Bluegrass, and he's going to, like, freak out, you know? So we're going to bring the field here. About to get them on the, what they're used to in these cars back out on the oval as this new iRacing update brings it. What I have been begging for so much, if you've been in the chat and you've heard me ask about it, finally you don't have to hear me say anything about it. Driver movement in the car. Yes, it's a thing now. As they go through the corners, you're going to see the drivers bounce around, their heads bounce around. Might not see it as much right now, seeing as they're only rolling 45 miles an hour, but those heads are going to be bouncing around, the bodies bounce around, and brings a lot more of that immersion, that real-life feel to iRacing. And, man, we are very excited to bring all of our drivers here to race in just a moment as you're just going through all these cockpit cams, seeing all these drivers. See, the thing about NASCAR, they only have sponsored cameras. Here, we got Kinder Performance, who hooks us up with all the cameras to throw in these cars. So every single driver has a camera here tonight. And that's what we love about Bluegrass, man, about iRacing. It brings you immersion for every single driver. You don't have to, have a fancy sponsor. Or, oh, that's a nice helmet right there on Brian Terry tonight. As, you just you get the feeling, you get the immersion as Sturgill Jr. with the senior helmet again. That's the helmet Mo Abbott needs right there.
Yeah, that's definitely the helmet Mo Abbott needs.
Man, and Jaden Kurtashi wearing that Bell helmet. I have those favorited as well. I wear that helmet a lot. I love that helmet. So shout out to all the drivers here tonight, man, as we got it on board there. You see just their helmets. You see, that's what the other thing I love about iRacing, man, is you get that driver suit, those helmets. I mean, everybody gets to express themselves. I mean, we got guys out here rolling in the Mountain Dew cars in the front row, and then right behind them, we got the Ford Mustang, the Hello Kitty car. As we bring them into the dog leg, it doesn't matter if you're riding Hello Kitty. Doesn't matter if you're riding, anything. You're bringing them out here, and you're bringing them to the green flag. Those boys are racing. Matt Kemp, Zach Nichols, and it looks like Kemp going down here into Heartburn Turns. Got the run onto that outside lane, but Zach Nichols going to shut the door real quick. He's going to get a great drive back through here in turn one. Looks like everybody going to make it through turn one pretty safely. I didn't see really much chaos towards the back of the pack. Granted, we aren't sitting over a real-life racetrack right now, so it's hard to see everything. But if we do see any drivers get out of sorts, which it doesn't look like they did, we're going to keep the race rolling here.
Whoa, Morgen Baird getting a little loose back there.
Baird,
excuse me.
Going to have to get used to that again.
Yeah, get used to that again, man. Sorry, Victoria, do not admonish me.
As we're gonna roll through down onto NASCAR 1 and 2 for the first time tonight. Frankie Barroso rolling right behind Matt Kemp. He's looking to strike here. As you see Cedric Hunter back there in that 04 pink machine behind Frankie Barroso. As the car's got a good bit of separation here between them, Chris. Cedric Hunter, and then about 4/10 back, Brandon Holder. But you will see drivers make up a lot of time on these entries to these chicanes. A lot of different ways that guys brakes, downshift, just a lot of different methods to road course racing for some of these guys. Some of these guys come from, starting the series in the Mazda MX-5s to going up to open wheel. Some of them start this series going from dirt oval to straight asphalt. Some of them just bought this platform like me and Chris just because they wanted to drive in circles, man. I mean, it's just so many different, breeds of racer coming into here to this series that you'll see so many different techniques, so many different things, and drivers are going to attack this track differently here tonight. And just because your driver's not faster at lap 2 doesn't mean they're not going to be faster in a little bit. Tires are going to wear off quick here, and you're going to see guys that are saving equipment or running that conserve line really come to life here.
Yeah, it's something to watch out for. Is right now you're starting to see a little bit of separation from your top 5. You see Zach Nichols, Matt Kemp, Frankie Barroso, Cedric Hunter, and Brandon Holder starting to put a little bit of separation. Whoa, Mikey Neal around. Looks like
the 13 DeWalt machine going to get around.
Let's see what happened with that 25 of Mikey Neal just getting down in the corner.
Too much speed.
Looks like, yeah, just carrying too much speed into that corner. Ugh.
You can just look at the way they're going and just tell sometimes when they're going to wreck that race car. But he got it under control. He's still rolling here.
If we know anything.
Now I know why I can't hear race control. I have voice chat muted, duh.
If we know anything, though, from last night, we saw, we saw Bryce Hunter.
You can still spin and almost win here, so don't worry about it. Ooh, 31 big move. Looks like the 04 just going to let him by there. He just checked out of the gas. He didn't want anything up that.
Yeah, probably not wanting to take that pressure into the dog leg. Know a lot of drivers probably not comfortable with that dog leg. I can definitely say that I am one of those drivers that is definitely not comfortable whenever I go into a corner and I have somebody right on that rear end, it just kind of stresses you out when you're going into a corner that's really not that. Whoa, it looks like Matt Kemp falling back just a little bit. It looks like Matt Kemp went off the track whenever Mikey Neal had an issue. See if we can go back and find out what happened with Mikey Neal. Excuse me, Matt Kemp. Looks like he's right behind his teammate. Oh, it looks like he might have got down in the grass a little bit. Got up into the corner. Yeah, just overcooked it into the corner. Does look like he was able to keep it off of the wall. You see him just basically sideways trying to keep that thing out of that wall. Was able to save it, though. Good hands-on driving there from Matt Kemp.
I was over here trying to get my voice chat where I could hear it. The cars are so loud on the racetrack, and, man. And then on top of that, I heard Jason say my name. I jumped up in the
whoa, Zach Nichols missed the bus stop.
Zach Nichols just missed the bus stop.
This is going to hurt him just a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but as we were talking about that, he's going to have to slow down, get a little bit of a speed penalty. But Frankie Barroso, Brandon Holder, and then now the 04 Cedric Hunter, they are starting to really storm up. Whoa, you see everybody getting a little loose. Frankie Barroso, though, man, really good drive in there to the bus stop. Really good drive in from Frankie Barroso. Another fastest, that was last lap. I was looking at the last lap.
Yeah, it looked like Nichols. They were right there, so.
Well, I was about to say Zach Nichols set the fastest time, but I was like, even with that slowdown, man. But I was all dumbfounded there. But, hey, we are getting it still underway. We're going to kind of scroll through the field.
Senna did that. Sorry, before you continue, Senna did that at Silverstone. He set the fastest lap going down pit road. His crew wasn't out ready for him to come down pit road, so that's back before they had pit road limits. So he just stayed in the gas, flew past a stall, got back out on the track, and set actually the new track record, and it stood for a little bit because he went through pit road.
Yeah, as we see, it looks like Mo Abbott having a little bit of issue falling back. We see Brian Terry and Mikey Neal now starting to catch up to each other. It looks like Mikey Neal did just get around Brian Terry. We see Zach Nichols starting to slowly pull that gap between him and Frankie out again. He had it out at least under 0.7 of a second. Now Zach's got it out to about 1 second and 1/10. But Brandon Holder still not letting Frankie get. Whoa, Frankie getting a little loose coming out of that corner. That banking transition, I know it is definitely not fun, especially on these low downforce, high horsepower cars. It's definitely a lot different pacing than driving the high downforce cars.
Well, another thing there coming out of that bus stop as well is it's the line you take to, I guess, quote unquote, be fast is Matt Kemp already pulling back up after that little bit of getting off the track, having his incident. As what I was saying, though, coming out of the bus stop, it's painted right there. And where you got to drive to be fast, it's painted. You get on the gas just too hard sometimes, you can spin the rears up and wreck the car just getting onto the paint right there. And then coming from the paint to the banking, it's flat, the bank, it's like going from the apron at Talladega right onto the banking. You know, it's just, it can be sketchy sometimes. That's kind of how it feels.
Yeah, as we're riding on board here with Brandon Holder, your third place position. Holder up 3 positions. So Matt Kemp, you saw him get around that 04 of Cedric Hunter in the front straightaway, turn 1, heartburn turn, whatever you want to call it. You saw him get up into that 4th spot. The 04 is starting to slowly fall back, but I'm looking and seeing Gabriel Ellison and Doug Newbigging are starting to slowly creep back up into the picture. They're starting to catch that 04 machine, so we'll see if they have anything to say. But look at this, Josh. Zach Nichols is starting to pull that gap back out more.
Yeah, now 1 7/10 to Frankie Barrosa. Brandon Holder about 9/10 back, as Frankie looks like he's starting to put a little gap on Brandon Hill. Oh, here. I sounded like a little kid there. Couldn't say my R's. As you're going to see Frankie Barroso pulling in turn 1. A little bit of wiggle on that rear end. Might have his brake bias just a little bit too far forward. Or whatever it is. I don't know. I can't remember. I haven't raced in years, so don't criticize me for sounding like a dummy. As you're going to see Frankie, though. It looked like Brandon got out of line coming in through there. And it's going to help him through that second part on that apex coming down this little chute right here.
We're going to ride on board here with Brandon Holder. We're going to talk about this turn that I was talking about during qualify. This is definitely a turn. As you can see, it is a blind turn. That is a really hard turn to get around. So this is where we were saying a lot of where you're going to watch if these drivers, you know, can make or break it. You know, whoa, as I see Morgen Baird, it looks like might have had it happen in that same spot that, yeah, his teammate Matt Kemp had. It looks like he got down into that corner just a little too hot. He got up into the grass, but he's going to be able to keep it rolling. He did lose a position to Wyatt Brackett, but Matt Grenier going to be all over that back bumper now. So Morgen Baird is going to be falling back just a little bit, but Matt Grenier still on that back bumper. We'll go back on board here with Frankie and Zach, see what they're looking like. Does look like Zach's starting to slowly lose some time to Frankie. Frankie's actually putting some time on him.
It seems like right there through 16 and 17 in the dog leg that Frankie's just putting a little bit more time as they get it down here in a turn 1. Frankie is starting to show some speed, but it looks like Zach's still got that speed here through the first sectors as he gets down here into turn 2 and 3, as he's going to shoot it down here into 4. It's a good section right here for Zach. It seems like he seems that he's just got a lot of flow, and that's a section you have to have a lot of rhythm. Speaking of rhythm, Matt Kemp back on rhythm. The USA car going to get up there in front of that 31 singular throwback, the 31 Brandon Holder BK Paints machine, as they're going to roll it through here. What you were talking about, the blind section, Chris, 5, 6, and 7. And down here is really a tricky section. As you get it up back onto the oval, you can see some cars get around there, get up into that outside wall, tighten up, do whatever. As they're going to pull around turns 1 and 2 of NASCAR Oval, which is considered turn 9 and 10 in the road course. As you'll see the 10 of Wyatt Brackett pull out of 8. And then there's the 44 of Zach Nichols, now back under pressure to where we say Frankie seems to be fast right here through the dog leg and through this NASCAR 3 and 4. As they pull around here 13 and 14 to 15 and 16, it looks like Zach is starting to stretch that lead out. But let's see if Frankie puts the gap here. 1 and 2 tenths on entrance. Let's see if, he gets a bad entrance here, or if he puts a little gap. It looks like Zach might have put a little bit of a gap. So still seems like they're both just juggling with their lap times here. I know it kind of just seems like I don't even know what I was about to say. I saw him starting to get loose, and I lost complete train of thought.
Yes, we're going to just kind of cycle back through the field, let you see where all your drivers are. It looks like Morgen Baird going to also be sitting in a good position right now for that points position. He did have that rough couple of races there early on. Did have a good race last week. I want to say he got second place. I think he got. I'll have to double check my stats here.
Second or third.
But anyway, you see right now we just pretty much got a gaggle of race cars right now. Michael Sturgill starting to slowly pull back up to him, but it looks like Morgan's starting to pull away from him. But you see Michael going to get around Matt Grenier, but Jaden Kurtachi now moved his way all the way up from the back of the field to the 12th position. So you're seeing that 81. Looks like that No Chance guys
70 just got loose.
Yeah, the No Chance boys are starting to really show some speed here. Look at this, Zach starting to pull that gap to Frankie now, 2.2 seconds. You're just starting to see that Zach, you just can kill the long speed pace.
Ooh. Got to be careful getting aggressive on that dog leg, though. You get a bad exit, you can really kill that race car up there into the front right, or into the outside wall with the front right. And man, Matt is flying right now.
Yeah, Matt Kemp is definitely on a move right now. He got into that corner a little hot early on, and had to really make up a lot of that time. And you see that he's really putting down some good lap times. We will be going to the stage break here at the end of the next lap, so the pits should be closed this time by, or were closed at this time by.
Yeah, as 44 is rolling it here through turn 8, as he's going to get back out into NASCAR 1 and 2 here. You see behind Frankie Barroso look like he just got a very bad exit onto the oval, as it looks like Matt Kemp has closed that gap now from 1 9/10 all the way down to 0.8 of a second. Could you hear the thunder through my mic?
I think I did hear the thunder through your mic. I definitely heard something.
That's why I definitely muted there for a second and got quiet, because it was getting louder and louder. Oh, no, not in the debut race, man. Get those pink rims rolling, buddy.
Looks like might have just got into the bus stop there a little too hot. We'll go back and see what happened. Yeah, having some really bad thunderstorms here, so if you do hear any
thunder,
rain,
or is that somebody starting to Harley outside, man? I can't tell.
As it looks like, the 04 just got down into the corner just looks like he might have got it down in there just a little bit, got that rear end unsettled. But hey, he's got a stage break coming up. He'll be able to get it rolling back again. He's already showing a lot of speed here tonight.
Heck yeah, man. A big shout out to Cedric. Big shout out to the Lucky Duck boys, man. They've worked really hard this season, and I think rolling into next season, we are going to the next generation cars, right?
I do believe we are, yes.
I think we are, yeah. So if we go to the next gen cars, I think everybody's going to have an equal playing field at it, man. It's going to be a new car. Everybody's going to be a little bit rusty with it. Yeah, I heard Jason just say 100% next gen.
Okay. Yeah, I wanted to say that the last time we talked about it.
I remember the last time we talked about it, it was still early in next gen, so they didn't have a solid push on it. But seems like, yeah, we're 100% going to the next gen, so everybody will have a fresh slate here. As I think a lot of guys are going to be competitive next season, but it looks like, talking about competitive, No Chance, they came out not to play tonight. 44, Zach Nichols going to roll it around the last few turns here before he takes the stage. It looks like Frankie is actually going to work his way back around Matt Kemp here, as the caution flag is out.
So Zach
Nichols will be your stage winner. And Frankie Barroso going to win that race to the line. He is going to come home P2.
It's a good run there from Frankie Barroso. One of the drivers that last season, we were saying, man, just showed a lot of speed, but just always got caught up in the mess. But, man, Frankie showing here at these road courses that he's got a lot underneath him. Going to go ahead and hop over to the chats here just for a second. There was a lot of action going on, so didn't really get to read. So we'll just go from the beginning. I see Bobby Hall Jr. over in the chat. He says, go forward, get him. Good to have you, Bobby Hall. I see Travis Twitty saying, go top fellas. Good to see you, Travis. Ed Osborne saying, dig in, boys. My favorite road race. Wish the trucks ran this. Man, I wish the trucks ran this course, too. It's so much fun. I love this course. And I see Tyler Bear saying, let's go Scoot Fruits. Scoot Fruits currently sitting in that 14th spot. Having a little bit of issue early on, but he is rolling through. And then I see Zach Nichols' dad, Stephen Nichols, saying, you got this. My boy Zach Nichols, number 44. Good to have you, Stephen. See John Bradley Pill saying who that 04 machine was driving for, the Lucky Duck guys. And then Nate Messner saying, let's go, Bard. He said, I'll take a Busch Light for payment. All right, I'll try to work something out there. Victoria Taylor saying, let's go, Baird. Then with the upward saying, yep, I got that. And then blazing fast pace from Nichols there from John Bradley Pillman. Yeah, Nichols always having some really bad fast pace.
As here before they enter pit road, we will go ahead and throw it. Or do we want to grab our interview? No, we'll grab him after because he's going to have a long way around. Yeah, we'll grab him after his caution. I'm sure they're working out some strategy here. So we're going to go ahead and throw it to an LNS custom side-by-side right quick as we get our drivers down pit road, get them stacked back up. We'll be right back with you and have that interview with Zach Nichols. So enjoy a word from our sponsors, and we'll be right back.
With the ButtKicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. ButtKicker, the future is feeling.
All right, and we're back here from our race off pit road. It looks like iRacing gave it to Matt Kemp off the race off pit road, but race control and even Matt Kemp is saying there's no way he won that race off pit road from Frankie. And they're saying it was a distance, but see what they do here. Frankie said that's a humdinger. We're going to go ahead and bring in Zach Nichols and have a word with our stage winner here. Zach Nichols, Chris, and Josh up here in the booth. Do you got a copy, buddy?
Yep.
Man, oh man, coming out here tonight, showing some good speed at the Charlotte Road Course. You got to tell Matt to stop, trying to put on a show and get all the attention out there, going out there and running out in the grass. But Zach, you did a great job, man. Fast race car. All you guys look very faster tonight on the No Chance Camp. How you guys expecting to attack this stage 2 here? And, what was it like trying to manage some tires there in stage 1?
Yeah, this is by far one of my favorite road courses. I love the layout, and yeah, we had a couple hiccups there. I missed the backstretch chicane one time and started sliding around a lot, which you can't really do because it feels like we're on ice out here. Tires, so we gotta do a better job at both of those, and hopefully we can get back to the front right here because we messed up our pit stall right there. Hopefully we pull off on our stage.
Yeah, we saw a good race off pit road between you three right there, but Zach, again, congratulations on the Blanchard's Towing stage victory, man. We're going to go ahead and get you back down to your team, but enjoy your stage 2 here, man, and hopefully we'll be having a word with you here in a little bit.
Yeah, thank you, guys.
Thank you, man. And that was Zach Nichols, our stage winner. He's, he should get, like, frequent flyer, points for that or something. Like cash back on his gas visits or something.
Like he get just every time he gets into the booth, he gets paid $1 or something like that.
Yeah, like just small things. Over time, let it build up because he's just here so much. You shouldn't get $1. If he had $1, he'd have like.
So we just should call it the Bluegrass and Zach Nichols booth because he's just here so much. He pretty much lives here.
Hey, right now he does, and he's living here rent-free, man. Kind of stinks. But all jokes aside here, we enjoy having all of our drivers up here in the booth. Now, the rent thing, we can start discussing that with the drivers if we want to. I don't mind, taking that into, whatever, but them being up here, it's cool with me. But
I'm seeing, see, John Bradley Pill even says the same thing, Josh. He said Nichols is basically the third guy in the booth.
He's just our in-race reporter, at the end of the stages.
Yeah, but man, these boys really showing the speed out here tonight, though. That's something we were talking about, Frankie Barroso, one of those drivers that, man, coming out in this road course, like I said, every race we come out here, Josh and I, we're not biased to pretty much any of these race car drivers. We love every one of them. So we want every one of them to win. But, a lot of these drivers that we sit and we talk about in the off time, when we're off camera, off air, whatever, we say, hey, who do you think is going to, Frankie's one of those drivers that we always say, watch out for him. Just watch out for him because Frankie's fast.
I would agree, Chris. And speaking of fast, we're about to see some fast-moving race cars with some great-looking cameras. We're going to take this moment while we've got all of our cars here stacked up. We're going to throw it to an LNS Customs loud pedal once the field takes the green flag here. But enjoy these awesome sights and sounds from our sponsor over at LNS Customs, as you're going to get with these Kinder onboard cameras and just these awesome cameras we've got around the track. We're going to get Matt Kemp, Frankie Barroso rolling through green here. But once again, crank up those volumes, get full screen, and enjoy these beautiful sights and sounds here from the Roval, brought to you by LNS Customs.
And we welcome you back from that LNS Customs loud pedal. We hope everybody enjoyed those sights and sounds from the beautiful Charlotte Roval. Matt Kemp and Zach Nichols have pretty much just tucked up camp and started running away with this race. You see Frankie Barroso slowly starting to fall back a little bit. Mikey Neal Jr., though, one of those drivers that we've pretty much been watching during this loud pedal. Man, he's just not been having the greatest of luck. You saw also Morgen Baird getting a little sideways. Him and Wyatt Brackett getting a little mixed up in the in that corner that his teammate also got a little upset in of Matt Kemp. But Morgen Baird's still able to keep it rolling. He's right now under attack from that 04. That Lucky Ducks 04 driver. You see right in front of them is David Farmer in that 84. Man, a lot of drivers right now just battling out for that position. But as we were talking, man, just a lot of really crazy point stuff going on right now. I will go ahead and not get it pulled up on screen so that way we will not miss any of the action. But I will let you know where your points and your drivers are currently sitting in the race. Matt Kemp is currently sitting in second position in the points, and his teammate Zach Nichols, who is in second place, is currently the leader of the points. Whoa, it looks like Frankie Barroso had a little bit of hiccup. I just noticed we had an off track from Frankie Barroso. Let's see if we can go back and find out what happened with him. Looks like maybe into the bus stop might have had the same thing that happened to Zach Nichols. Let's see if he missed the bus stop or if, no, it looks like same thing that happened to Mikey Neal. Oh, wasn't able to get in, or was able to keep it out of the wall though. So good there for Frankie Barroso. He will have another stage break at lap 25. So, you know, we will be able to get these boys, you know, down pit lane again. Everybody will be able to get stacked back up. You can pretty much just say that these stage races are, you know, practices. It's practice runs to kind of figure out how the car runs, how you know, if you need to, you know, well, you can't do it in the fixed series, but, you know, if you need to change, you know, because you can change air pressures and stuff, but I think you will fail tech at the end of the race if you mess with them during the race. But, you know, you can change your brake bias and stuff like that. So it's honestly just a couple of, you know, laps to really just experiment with the car and see how it handles in certain things. And Brandon Holder right now has moved himself back up into that third spot. And then look at that, Josh, the Gabriel Ellison 77 and 7 of Doug Newbigging. Both moving back up into that fourth and fifth spot. They are starting to track down Brandon Holder and Zach Nichols.
Yeah, and right behind them, they've got another Lucky Ducks teammate. And so the Michael Sturgill machine. They're all three drivers right here, starting to find some speed as well. Fourth, fifth, and sixth, starting to roll through the field. So it's good to see Gabriel, Doug, and Michael find some speed. Cedric Hunter, 2 spots back behind him, or 1 spot back behind him. No, two. I'm wrong. He's in that 8th spot, so 2 back from Michael Sturgill, who's up 10 spots. Oh, I thought I saw smoke, but that was just the way the camera changed, and it was out of my peripheral. Okay, so looking at my live timing here, though, Chris, look at Sturgill, man. Started 16th in 6th. That's good to see. You know, not only is he finding speed, but that Dale Earnhardt helmet's helping him out, I think. It's just giving him that road course speed.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and talk about the points, though. Gabriel Ellison is your third position holder. Brandon Holder is in fourth, tied with Mikey Neal. So Mikey Neal currently sitting in that last spot. This might be the nail for his casket. If he can't make something work next week at Martinsville, it's really gonna, you know, he had a bad race last week. You know, got a couple of laps down, had an early race incident. And then Mikey Neal did fall all the way back a couple of laps down, was able to stay in the points lead, you know, the points going into the round of 8. But that also would not help him, you know, in this, you know, going forward. So right now, Mikey Neal going to have to really get on that loud pedal and start, you know, really generating some lap times, or he might be looking at that outside, or he might be on the outside looking in. Wondering if, see Zach Nichols now starting to put a lot of pressure to Matt Kemp. Wonder if they're just up here kind of having fun. As you know, they've got a big distance between Zach Nichols and Brandon Holder right now. 8.5 seconds. So 8.5 seconds is that time between Brandon Holder and Zach Nichols. And then you see Gabriel Ellison, you know, the 3 Lucky Duck teammates all sitting 4th, 5th, and 6th right now, trying to get up here and battle it out with Brandon Holder. If they can get up around Brandon Holder, man, they can set themselves up third, 4th, and 5th. You know, that could be a good point finish there for Gabriel Ellison and Doug Newbigging. But anyway, Gabriel Ellison in that 3rd spot. Brandon Holder tied with Mikey Neal for 4th. Doug Newbigging in that 6th spot. Morgen Baird is in 7th, and Wyatt Brackett is your 8th position driver. So Wyatt Brackett right now currently sitting in that 11th spot. He is up ahead of Morgen Baird,
Whoa,
excuse me,
15 just got to the wall.
and Mikey Neal. So Wyatt Brackett is ahead of, whoa, Jaden Grattat's getting a little loose back there, but he's able to keep it going. Still a little sideways back there is that 81, but he was able to keep it rolling. We're going to go back up here on board here with your 2 leaders, Matt Kemp, Zach Nichols, as you see them rolling over the pit lane. We're going to have a stage break again here in 3 laps. So going to see if Zach Nichols going to give his teammate a stage win, or if Zach going to try to rob it from him.
Yeah, it's looking like that 44 to the inside here. Oh! Loose.
This is where it's going to be really crazy. They are side by side right now.
Takes a lot of faith in that driver on your outside and a lot of faith
big
on that driver on
crossover.
your inside. Crossover, and he's going to make it stick. What a pass from Zach Nichols, and what a execution from both drivers. That was a good race right there. I enjoyed that.
We're going to go on board here with Zach Nichols. Watch it from his point of view. You see all on the inside is that 54 getting a little loose, but he just let up. Let the 54 overdrive
Matt
it.
just
Man,
passed him in the dog or bus stop.
man, that was a good pass there. But it looks like, yeah, Josh, you're right. The 54 did get around Zach Nichols again. Go back here in just 1 second and see what happened with that 44 and the 54 in the dog leg. But it looks like Matt Kemp has lost, or Zach Nichols has lost a little bit of time to Zach Nichols. Matt Kemp, excuse me. So we're gonna have to see what happened. Maybe missed the bus stop there. As you see that big pass there from the 44. Going into the bus stop. Let's see what happened here. Oh, the 44 really big loose. That's what happened. Just a big drive in there from the 44. As I see Nate Messner saying crisscross Nichols sauce, but Zach Nichols definitely not liking that applesauce he just made going into the bus stop. Whoa, it looks like Morgen Baird getting a little crazy back there into the bus stop. Maybe got into the grass. Mikey Neal, again, not having the best nights into the bus stop. The bus stop is not his cup of tea right now. So Zach Nichols now falling back just a little bit to Matt Kemp. Zach Nichols going to have to put a little bit of more mental fortitude into that race car. We know he's got it in him. Just probably I see him saying, Kenneth Shackleton saying show-offs. And probably just up there having fun right now is what they're doing. Zach Nichols just having a little bit too much fun. Got a little too high into that bus stop. And then you saw, whoa, as you see him all sideways, man. He is all kinds of sideways going through these corners. We're going to have to go on board here with Zach Nichols in a second and just see. He's probably knows that pit cycle's coming that next lap. He's just like, all right, let's have some fun.
Yeah, they've got almost a 10-second gap to Holder, so, I mean, why not? Just go out there and race. Put it down between these two. We'll see who it's going to be between the 54 and the 44, and if they're going to force each other into a bigger mistake than what they already have. As if you hear my mic picking up thunder in the background, to apologize. Storming really bad outside.
Yes, it is storming really bad outside, so if the stream is suffering a little bit, lagging, I don't see anything going on with it, but we do apologize if it is. But hey, we are still rolling here tonight. It's lap 24 out of 55. Our stage break will be at the end of the next lap. It looks like it might be a Matt Kemp stage break, so we'll see if it can be a 1-2 no chance for the stage breaks, or if Brandon Holder has something to say 9 seconds back. Doesn't look like he would be able to make it, but hey, it's one of those things. You can't really count anybody out, you know.
And it does look like Matt got a little bit out better on the bus stop. I think Zach might have had a bad exit or something again.
Yeah, it does look like Zach has fallen back just a little bit.
Shoot. Man, he is on that wheel, dude.
Oh, into the wall just a little bit.
I know he's probably not giggling, but man, I love watching those cars get up on two wheels like that. That is insane to me.
You know, and if you notice, like, you know, you can't really tell from the camera views, but you can sometimes look. just look at the transition changes from, on this track. There's a lot of banking and a lot of bumps, a lot of really wavy road, and that can really, wreak havoc on a car that's not really designed to go this fast. I mean, it is designed to go this fast around a corner, but you know what I mean? If you're thinking about physics and everything, you're like, how can something be going this fast
with the aerodynamic of a brick?
with the aerodynamics of a brick? Exactly. How could you, just do that? And you just got to think, man, like somebody like Matt Kemp, Zach Nichols, able to just really will these cars out here. Man, it just goes to show you the mental fortitude that these drivers, even though it is a, air quote sim, it's pretty much real life to a lot of these drivers. A lot of these drivers not able to ever get in those real life race cars, and this will be their only chance to do it. And this is as close as they can get to it.
Hey, and it's gotten some of these guys into real race cars, but
it really has.
Getting around these final 4 corners here, 2 corners, I should say. We're going to see that 54 of Matt Kemp pull it through the dog leg here. And he is going to see that green white checkered sideways. Very typical here at Charlotte to see people do that. As it's going to be Matt Kemp and Zach Nichols and Brandon Holder. The 1, 2, 3 as Gabriel Ellison will finish 4th.
Yeah, they're still they should not be racing for position to the line.
Shouldn't. They shouldn't. 5th will be Michael Sturgill, and Doug will be 6th. Frankie Brosso 7th. Cedric Hunter 8th. 9th is going to go to David Farmer, and round out your top 10, Wyatt Brackett. So we'll have a word with that 54 Matt Kemp once we get to those drivers here, but we're going to go ahead and throw it to an LNS custom side-by-side and get this commercial break out of the way here so we can get these drivers on pit road and get that interview with our stage winner here. So enjoy these words from our sponsors, and we'll be right back with you.
With the ButtKicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. ButtKicker, the future is feeling.
We welcome you back just in time for that race off pit road, which is an awkward pit road, I swear. 54 going to get out first with Zach Nichols second, Brandon Holder third. The 4th spot going to go to Gabriel Ellison. 5th to Michael Sturgill. 6th to Cedric Hunter. He's going to work his way up 2 spots where he's finished the stage in 8th. David Farmer 7th, Wyatt Brackett 8th, Mo Abbott 9th, and Frankie Brosso 10th. But we're going to go ahead and bring up that Matt Kemp machine and have a word with our stage winner. Matt, Kemp, Chris, and Josh up here in the booth. Do you got a copy, sir?
I gotcha.
Matt, man, I got to say, that was an awesome race there between you and Zach. Right before the final moments of the stage, I mean, we saw some great side-by-side racing there through 6 and 7, and just excellent racing. You get the pass back there, and you come home to capitalize and pick up stage 2 win. Matt, man, the speed's coming in this second stage. How are you looking here through the rest of this race? You think you got the speed to possibly go out there and better the teammate and pick up another win this season?
Well, I'll tell you this, mark it down. First time I've ever beat Zach on anything on a road course, so and likely the only time. So I'll take it. Yeah, it was actually, I was just happy to be racing him. I thought for sure he was gone once he got by me, and then he missed the bus stop. Thank goodness. I mean, he had me beat if he didn't do that. So I expect Zach to just take the lead here and just drive away. So if that doesn't happen, I'll be surprised.
Yeah, man. Well, we're not gonna cut you short, Matt. We're gonna let you know that we think you got the speed, man. We think you can do it. But hey, you're looking very strong here tonight, man. It was an awesome battle between you and Zach. If you boys got some more of that left, I'm very excited to see it. But hey, congratulations on that second stage win, man. And we'll hopefully see the 54 up here in the booth in a little bit, man.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Thank you, man. And that was Matt Kemp, our stage winner. You hear him right there. Write it down, man. 3/16/2022, the day that Matt Kemp took a stage victory on Zach Nichols on a road course. There we go. It's forever marked in history with this stream.
There you go. There you go, Matt. We have done it for you. We have marked it in history. It will be saved forever that you beat the illustrious Zach Nichols at a road course. At least for the stage.
Racers hate him.
See, the pace lights
in 45
are
minutes, this man can teach you to become the most dominant racer on the platform.
Yes, I see Jason over in the YouTube chat saying, that Zach Nichols is a tremendous help in the Xfinity car this season. So, that's good to always hear that, even though Zach, he doesn't race the Xfinity cars, it's good to hear that, that Zach is, giving his input and his, giving his help, helping other drivers, better themselves. And that's something you always love to hear. You always love to hear, other drivers, something, like back in
Mark Martin. That is a Mark Martin thing to do.
Yeah,
right there.
Exactly. And something that, kind of, hurts your heart a little bit whenever you hear about Junior. That Senior never taught him anything in racing, and that one time he taught him something at Bristol, that one time, and that was and he went out there and was like, oh, I didn't know that was the way I needed to run it. And then, you just think, what would have Junior been like if Senior would have actually, shared his wealth of knowledge with Junior? Would he, be, he could be, the next 8-time champion at this point.
Nah, Davey Allison would have been the 8-time.
But
Put some respect on his name. Put some respect on his name.
But that's
Allison.
That is something that we like to talk about. Since we've got a long, drawn out, pace lap back here to the thing. It's something that we just like to mention. Zach Nichols, one of those drivers that even though he gets out there and he wins a lot of races, sometimes you could be, as a race car driver, that can really frustrate you. You get out there and you have somebody that you just can't chase down, you can't beat. But I will say this, me personally, that's one of those things where if I have a driver like Zach Nichols in a league with me, that just makes me want to win and beat him even more.
Hey,
so I
don't care if I was to beat the kid one time in a race, man. Put me and Zach Nichols up in a race. If I was to finish in 18th and he was to finish in 19th and we were both 12 laps down, I beat him at the end of the day. Sign the check, baby, because I just beat Zach Nichols in a race. That's all I'm saying.
But no, just good words from Jason saying, Zach is really showing showing the help for the Bluegrass boys, and that's always good to hear. The Bluegrass boys definitely need a lot of, not saying not need a lot of help. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? They need, just need all the help they can get. Especially
Chris is calling you guys out up here. He's been telling me all the time about how bad you drivers are.
Oh,
he can kick y'all's rear end.
That's exactly what I've been saying.
That's exactly. See, he just said it. It's in history. Matt Kemp beat everybody on this day, and beat everybody on this stage on this day. And Chris admitted that he thinks he's better than half the Bluegrass field. So we're going to bring the field back to green here. Chris, you got no time to rebut to that because Matt Kemp Zach Nichols racing here off into 1 and 2 here, and we'll see if the 54's got anything for the 44. He said, I think the 44 is just going to take the lead here. Watch the 54. He's going to put up an absolute fight, and I think it's going to be a little bit of a barn burner here.
Yeah, I wonder if the 54 going to go on a little bit of a fast pace here. Try to get as much time as he can to Zach. Maybe throw Zach off of his game a little bit. You know, they are teammates, so it's one of those things where, you know, even if you are teammates, you are still racing that driver out there on the track. You know, teammates really come in to say, all right, man, you know, like I need a playoff point, or if I get this win, I could get into the playoffs, something. That's where a teammate, you know, gives up that spot, lets that other driver go. But right now, these two boys are fighting for that first and second position, that championship points. They need to really, need to, you know, really, I don't know what I'm trying to say. They're really having to put the pedal down to try to race each other.
Heck yeah, and it looks like Zach's got a good little run here into the bus stop. As you see him get out and get back onto the oval here. As they're going to roll it out into 9, or excuse me, not 9 and 10, this is 13 and 14. I'm thinking of 1 and 2 oval. I'm already backwards on the track as they're going to roll it down here into the dog leg, and it looks like both of them getting a little rear wheel off.
Man, Zach Nichols.
In real life, man, you can't watch NASCAR races with me. I mean, I don't laugh at people wrecking or anything by any means, because I'm very serious when it comes to wrecks. But when I see cars jump in the grass in the infield, and I know it's just one of those things that hurts your rear end because you jumped off the ground 5 feet and you had to impact that, I'm probably going to giggle at it, man. Watching race cars go flying, they're not airplanes, man. They're not supposed to do that. But when drivers find a way, they find a way, and it tickles me, man. Once they drop that safety net, man, you know, oh goodness, what the heck did you just do?
Yeah, as we're seeing Zach Nichols, Matt Kemp starting to slowly pull away from the 77 of Gabriel Ellison, but Brandon Holder all over that back bumper. I see Nate Messner saying, if you need a replacement for me, what you trying to replace me for, man?
I think he's saying so you can get out there and race, Chris.
Oh, I don't know. I don't want to get out here and race these boys. Look, I did one Xfinity race against them at Nashville Super Speedway, and I got second place in that race. And I was like, you know what? That's about as good as I'll ever get. Whoa, Frankie Barroso into the bus stop.
Oh no, and that's the big name here in this race tonight.
Oh, this night, that's gonna really kill his time. That's pretty much gonna kill his race right there. Unless he just makes up a lot of time, that's really gonna hurt him because we have no more stage breaks. It's gonna be 26 laps to go. We only have Oh, okay, I got what you're saying. He's saying that the Bluegrass boys need help, saying if you need a replacement for me. I got you. No, I'm just picking at him, saying, you know, they always, you know, it's always good to have help for, you know, the drivers. You know, some drivers that might not be, you know, that good at, you know, racing the courses or whatever, you know, they can always go to Zach and ask him for help is what I was meaning by that. Not saying
really any of the drivers.
Well, yeah, but you know, that's what I was meaning in that situation.
Big shout out to Twitty, man. Every time we race with Twitty or get in practice sessions with him, I have an absolute blast. Because it looks like Sturgill going to get up into 5th place now. I want to say this is the highest he's been tonight. He was rolling 6th in that last stage. Now up 11 spots, started 16th, and that's I almost said it again because of Doug Neal. But the PS button boxes, man, I see button boxes, and that's exactly what my head goes to every time, because I hear Doug Neal saying it. But that PS button boxes, of Michael Sturgill Jr., he's going to be in his highest position of 5th, and he's finding some good speed here right now, man. He's setting faster laps each time. He's going green on his last lap times every time, so we'll see if the 5's got something possibly for a late run at the podium here, as you're going to see the 44 and the 54 still battling out here. And Matt Kemp just bouncing that thing around. So is Zach Nichols.
Man, you know, sitting here looking up at, if you're Matt Kemp, you know, you're looking up in that rear view. You can just see how close that 54 is in that back. Whoa, the 44, it looks like he's making a move on the inside. That's almost the exact move.
Woo!
That is almost the exact move. Maurer and Collins last night. That was almost the same exact move that happened in that Xfinity race.
I thought the 44 was going to touch the wall right there. As the 54 and the 44 is still going to be battling out. Bumper to bumper here. The 44 starting to get a little bit of a pull up. But Gabriel Ellison, man, he has worked his way up into 3rd here tonight. He started 7th. And it's good to see Gabriel Ellison. He's one of those drivers. Oh, but Matt Kemp getting passed by Zach Nichols. We always miss these freaking passes at the bus stop.
Always going.
We're so bad about that.
Always looking at the wrong camera at the wrong time. Go back here and check that pass for that first position. Looks like maybe Zach Nichols just got into the bus stop a little better. Maybe Matt Kemp missed that braking zone. See if we can see.
He just got under him here, yeah. There's nothing Matt can really do to defend there.
Yeah, just that being on that inside, there's really, or on that outside lane, there's nothing you can really do.
But Matt is pulling back up 3/10 now to Zach Nichols.
Yeah, Matt is starting to pull back up. Let's kind of cycle through the field here.
He's right behind him now.
Let's see if we can cycle through the field, see where your drivers are. Brandon Holder, you see him moving up into that fourth spot. Michael Sturgill moved himself up into that fifth spot. Like you said, Josh, up 11 spots. Cedric Hunter has fallen back 2 spots, back to that 6th spot. David Farmer in that 7th spot. Morgen Baird moving himself up into that 8th spot, up 1 position. We saw him have a couple of really bad mistakes here early on. You know, just one of those things, you know, that just happens, you know, at a road course like this. But, you know, we've seen him really come back underneath his race car, really getting it back underneath him and getting it out in front of him. He's got his teammate Jaden behind him, so he can get a little bit of blocking from his teammate to that Doug Newbigging machine. But good drive there from that Morgen Baird machine. You see Jaden Gratacci, like we said, also started in the back of the pack, moving his way up into that 8th spot. Doug Newbigging has fallen back to that 10th spot, down 5 positions. Mikey Neal, though, having a lot of wrecks here. Look at that. Josh moved himself up into that 11th spot. So we were saying he might have shot himself in the foot, but he is starting to move himself up through the field.
Yeah, Zach Nichols and Matt Kemp are back to 10th with each other right now. They are racing.
Oh, Nate, man, you're fine, man. Don't worry about it. I know you're just picking, man. Don't worry about it. Oh, look at that. Doug Newbigging on the inside of the 81. Having to lock it up there just a little bit. He's going to have to get out of the gas, though. 7 to Doug Newbigging. Not going to be able to make that pass for that 9th position. You saw him attacking him into turn 1. Looks like he might have tried to get it underneath him, but wasn't able to make that pass stick. We're going to go back up here on board with Zach Nichols and Matt Kemp. See, they've slowly pulled that gap to Gabriel Ellison now to about 2 8/10 seconds. But right behind him, Brandon Holder is trying to attack for that 3rd position again. Looks like, whoa, we got a wreck around the 7 to Doug Newbigging around. Looks like Jaden Gratacci also around back there. See if we can go back and see what happened. It looks like coming up the corner. Looks like they might have just hit that just the wrong way. Oh, it looks like the 7 might have just tried to fit it up in there. Might have just been going a little too hot up into that corner. See the 7 and the 81 getting a little sideways there. But it looks like they're going to keep it rolling. Going to go back up here on board with your leaders, though, who's now got a 3-second gap over Gabriel Ellison. So with 21 laps to go, this is where things are starting to really, really come into play. Matt Kemp going to have to try to set his teammate up and try to get that pass to get that win. Because right now, Zach Nichols looking for his 11th win. Matt Kemp looking for his 6th.
Yeah, and Gabriel Ellison sitting here in 3rd with the 2 no chance guys are really starting to battle each other here hard in these last 21 laps. As you'll see, Brandon Holder starting to pull up now behind Gabriel Ellison. He wants to try to make a pass for the podium position here. But still a lot of racing left to go here in these last 20. We're nowhere near the finish of this race yet. As we'll see who's got what left for who, man. A lot of track time still left to be made up for some of these drivers, and I think there's still some positions to be made up for these drivers. And it looks like the 54 and the 44 are still just duking it out up here in the front as they keep just trading track time on each other.
We're just going to cycle through the field here a little bit so that way we can see everybody who's looking for anybody out there on the track. Looks like Frankie, who's fallen back all the way to that 17th position, Josh, man, looking good. Him and Mikey Neal, two of those drivers that, you know, like we said, we always look out for every week, especially Mikey Neal being the only I can't remember what team he's on. Oh, it's Huffy and...
You good?
I can't remember the team name.
I'm gonna let you try it.
No,
Keep guessing it.
I can't. I'm not. I can't. Help me out here.
And aren't they elite?
Elite Motorsports. There you go.
Yeah, but it says that he's in Luminescence in the Discord right now. So if that's his team, I'm not sure. I know these drivers change up with their Discord channel selections so much that I just try not to guess sometimes.
Yeah, but right now, that
But
like
we
you were
do
saying,
know he does usually race with us. Oh, Zach and Matt are bumper to bumper. He almost just hit Zach.
every time the bus stop comes in, we're gonna ride on board here with Zach, and we're gonna see this bump that we were talking about. Man, watch this bump coming out of this corner. Just big bump coming down there into that. Seeing that big drive in there from Matt Kemp all over that back bumper, that 44. Man, still having to stay on that wheel, though. That is something you love to see. Both of these drivers just being wheel man. So it looks like Brandon Holder, looks like he might be starting to put the 77 under attack. Doesn't look like it. Looks like he started getting him into the bus stop, but it looks like that time is starting to slowly fall off. You see Michael Sturgill now starting to come under attack from his teammate of that 04 Cedric Hunter. So Cedric Hunter, this new driver for the Lucky Duck team, really come out to show that he is really good at this road course. But man, Zach Nichols going out wide. Matt Kemp taking to the outside. Could be a crossover here. There's another crossover. Crossover to crossover. Big move there from the 44. Man, they are not wanting to give up this lead at all. But Zach Nichols right now, currently, you saw that big pass. We're going to see if we can go back and see what was happening with that that Zach Nichols, and that was a big pass there. Whoa, big bump there.
Yeah, we're seeing some hard racing here now. Matt Kemp, the 44, they are not light to taking that contact. We're definitely going to see this continue on here for the rest of this race, as you're starting to see some rear end damage now on that Zach Nichols machine.
Seeing those two teammates bang doors with each other. We're going to kind of stick here on these two drivers, since right now this is your current action. If they get a little bit of separation, we'll go back here, check on the drivers that are a little closer to each other. But right now, the bus stop seems to be where these drivers are really starting to attack each other. You see Brian Terry, he had an incident there, did go around in the bus stop. He is currently about to go a lap down right now. You see he is up there in front of them, but Zach Nichols was able to get through that bus stop just a little better than Matt Kemp. So coming out of the bus stop, Matt Kemp still got a little bit of trouble to Zach Nichols.
Yeah, it looks like the 44 pulled away a little bit there on that lap. But Matt Kemp has been making up a lot of time right here in this dog leg. So it looks like he is going to make up another 2/10 on exit there. Is now down here into turn 1. We'll see if Matt gets that run down here into 3 and 4 like he did the last time, where he was able to take it door to door with the 44. Doesn't look like he's going to do it that time, but he's going to be right there on that back bumper as they roll it.
I'm getting word from Steven Nichols that he can hear Zach screaming in his room right now. So that is you can probably tell just from hearing from Steven Nichols that Zach is definitely having probably a lot of fun, but a lot of stress at the same time. As it looks like they've pretty much got a little bit of separation between them now, about a half a second. So Matt Kemp might be starting to lose a little bit of that pace to it. Whoa! The 44 Zach Nichols getting loose coming out of the corner. Man. As I say that, there comes Matt.
To pull back up, but the 44 got a good exit. 44 got a great exit.
Right now, there's really no battle for position. I see Frankie Barroso and Jaden Kurtachi just had a little bit of, I want to say Frankie had a little bit of an incident. Yeah, it looks like Frankie did go off track. So that's why Jaden did get around Frankie. But it looks like right now there are no battles for position on the track. So we're going to have to see if, with 16 laps to go, we know these drivers might have to come down pit lane one more time. So that could,
They should have to, yeah.
That could really, stretch things out or mess things up for this playoff contention. Looks like right now.
Sorry, I was going to say Matt Kemp starting to pull up a little bit there through the first little sector as you go on this onboard cam here, and you just see the blindness and the elevation change. Just having to really work a race car on old tires is not fun. It looks like Kurtachi came down pit road. That's these two teammates right here, racing's third teammate. So we'll see if those guys react off their no chance teammate of Jaden Kurtachi coming down pit road. We'll see when Baird and Kemp and Nichols decide to pull the trigger, but realistically, when the rest of the field here decides to pull the trigger, we know that pit stops have been a big strategy here all week. I wouldn't expect to see anything different, and maybe Zach Nichols and Matt Kemp switching it up, trying to, undercut each other, overcut each other. That'd be fun to see a little bit of strategy between the two.
Yeah, Gabriel Ellison right now starting to come under attack from Brandon Holder.
Big time now, yeah. Cedric Hunter pulling up as well.
Whoa, Zach.
Zach down pit road. He got her slowed up.
Zach Nichols down pit road, so this is going to be where everything starts to change up. This is going to be where the crunch time starts to come in. Gonna have to see how long how much pace Matt Kemp can keep up on those older tires, because once Zach Nichols and now Cedric Hunter coming down pit lane, once they get out on that track, they're gonna have a little bit better tires. They're gonna be able to make up a little bit more pace. But we'll see if Zach Nichols is able to get down pit lane, get her back out on the track, and catch back up to Matt Kemp. We know Gabriel Ellison and Brandon Holder currently battling for that second and third position. Looks like Zach Nichols back out on the track right now. Yes, he is. Currently coming out of pit lane. Cedric Hunter also on his way out of pit lane. Looks like Frankie Barroso, Scott Fritz, Jaden Kurtachi also down pit lane. Jaden Kurtachi down pit lane for 1 minute and 26 seconds. Might have got a speeding penalty for that 81 machine. Does look like he is still sitting on pit lane. Right now, what we're looking at is if Matt Kemp can get down pit lane and get out in a good time. Whoa, the 77 having a bad drive out. See Brandon Holder going all the way up there to the top of the track. Matt Kemp down pit lane.
Yeah, the 54 going to pull it down pit road here. As we'll see the 77 come down pit road as well.
Brandon Holder might have thought about going down pit lane.
How far back is Zach here? 18 seconds. Let's see. It's going to be close. I think Zach's going to get it, though.
Matt pulling into his pit stall right now. Brandon Holder is currently your leader. Seeing Zach Nichols right now going across the start-finish line, but Matt Kemp should be getting those right sides on. This is where everything's going to come into play, though.
Zach got him.
Zach's got David Farmer right in front of him. Yeah, you see right now the 54 Matt Kemp on his way out. So right now, Zach is currently your leader. When Brandon Holder does decide to come down pit lane, which should be this next time by. But Doug Newbigging in pit lane. Morgen Baird also in pit lane. Mo Abbott is on his way down pit lane. Frankie did come down pit lane at lap 40. So he will be on the lead lap as well. But you see right now, Brandon Holder going through the bus stop. But you see right now, the 44 Zach Nichols on his way down the back stretch, coming to the bus stop. So he is starting to make up a lot of time on that 31. See, David Farmer also has not come down pit lane. So he is currently sitting in that third spot. Looks like Brandon Holder coming down pit lane right now.
Yeah, Brandon Holder going to pull down. So that's going to get the lead back to Zach Nichols here. David Farmer, he needs to come down pit road as well. I think he is about to drop down pit road. Matt Kemp, though, he is 4 seconds back here from Zach Nichols. He's going to have to really get on the gas pedal here in these last 14 if he wants anything to say about this race victory.
Yeah, this is going to be where the crunch time starts happening. So Zach Nichols right now, like Josh said, got about a 4-second gap between him and his teammate. And then behind him is going to be Cedric Hunter.
Cedric Hunter.
In that third position on his debut Bluegrass race for the Lucky Duck. Excuse me, the Lucky. I was looking at the timing there for a second. Lost my train of thought. Before that Lucky Duck team, already going to show that he's got the speed, man. These Lucky Ducks, every time they throw a, John Bradley Pill, man, every time he throws a driver out on the track, last season he was definitely one of the fastest drivers in Bluegrass. And then, seeing him get out here, and throw together a race team and put some really fast race car drivers together, that just goes to show you, man, he knows how to recruit them.
Heck yeah, he does. Let's see if the 44 has what it's left in the tank, man. I think he's got a good handling race car under him. He's got a good idea of this racetrack. It's just got to be up to him now. And hopefully Matt Kemp not just taking off absolute Diablo lap times and just really, storming the field down. I mean, he would have to blow the catch fence off this place with how much speed he'd have to carry to be able to catch Zach with as fast as Zach's been all night. But looks like Cedric is close here to Gabriel Ellison. So Gabriel's starting to pull up here. But here with about 12 to go. 12 to go this coming up time. We are going to go ahead and throw it to an LNS Customs side by side. You won't miss the action, and we'll take you to a word from our sponsors, and we'll be right back with you.
With the ButtKicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. ButtKicker. The future is feeling.
And we welcome you back from that LNS Customs side-by-side. We see Matt Kemp starting to slowly close that gap up to Zach Nichols. He had it about 4 seconds whenever we went to that side-by-side, and now he's got it underneath 2 and almost 2.5 seconds. So it's really starting to show that Zach might be going on a little bit of a save line. I wonder, like Josh was saying under that side-by-side, he said he heard Zach doing a little bit of a conserve, not, just rolling in the gas, not staying in it.
He was full clutch in through this section last time. So it was, I'm not sure if they're going to make it. I don't know.
Because now you see Zach has got it, Matt has got it under 2.5 seconds, about 2 2/10 now. So he's starting to slowly close that gap up.
He's getting in striking distance. As Cedric is under some pressure from his teammate Gabriel Ellison. You know, he outqualified his teammates. He'd love to, you know, outscore his teammates here today on his debut race. But we'll see how that goes down as these two Lucky Duck guys are putting in a good show here. Is 77 going to get a big entry? He's just very confident on the brakes. Is the 77 to the outside lane? Gabriel Ellison goes. For the moment, he's going to hold P3 over his teammate, and he is going to clear him. So Gabriel Ellison going to move himself up a spot into P3. We'll see if that sticks, as is the 04 is going to drive up behind him here. In through the dog leg. That's a good exit there from the 04. It looks like the 77 was able to get just as good of an exit, but now 1 5/10 off is Matt Kemp. Matt Kemp really starting to get on the gas pedal, Chris. He might be either on to something or Zach is saving. I'm not sure what's going on here, but Matt Kemp, he's definitely flying, that's for sure.
Yeah, Matt Kemp, it looks like he's starting to put a little bit of pressure now to Zach. Like you said, it's 1 2/10 now. So maybe Zach, we're going to go on board here and see if we can hear whenever he's going through the, like if he's getting on the brakes just a little bit early, or if something's going on here with Nichols, he might be, like we said, just doing a little bit of a conserve. We don't know how much fuel they have left. We do know that they have come down pit lane already. So we could see only a 3 pit stop race here, but doesn't sound like he's really doing anything much different, at least through the bus stop area. But now Matt Kemp under a second. So Zach is starting to slowly get reeled in.
Yeah, what is going on, man? Matt Kemp, he is on it right now. They put NOS on that 54 machine.
Yeah, if you ever remember hearing the old Jeff Gordon NOS things, that's what that 54 camp's doing right now.
I just heard Jason say something possibly about a big wreck.
Does look like Frankie Barroso, Morgen Baird, maybe?
12 and the 21 big wreck is what they're said. Looks like we've got it here. Oh. Might have been a little bit of net code, but it looks like they did hit some doors right there coming off the bus stop. Looks like into the bus stop. Oh, they made contact in. 7 got into the back bumper. That's going to split them out a little bit here. Oh, yeah, they definitely made a little bit of door contact, and that's going to get them both loose there.
Right back on board.
Back live, yeah, as we say, as we get back live where we just left him, Chris. Zach Nichols, man, he is under pressure now.
Yeah, we know Zach Nichols looking up in that rear view. He's not liking what he sees, or maybe this is just a strategy play. You see it really bumpy. Mo Abbott just blinking a little bit up in front of him. You see, oh, that 3 just really slow. He's going to go ahead and get out of that way. Let these drivers get past him. Good sportsmanship there from Mo Abbott, but a big move there from the 54 on the inside of his teammate. Is he going to make it stick?
He is not. For the moment, Nichols in the lead. Sorry, I just punched my mic, but here they come around this corner. The 44 big loose, 54 loose as well. They're both almost at full lock there for a second.
You see the 54 still going sideways down that back stretch.
Yeah, through 5 and 6 here. I'm expecting to see Matt Kemp get very close. We know the crossovers happen here a lot with the 44, as the 54 are going to try to open up that door. He saw just a window of opportunity, and he's putting it in the inside there, but it looks like it's not going to stick. The 44 are going to get the better run out into turn 9 and into turn 10. But we know Matt Kemp's been very fast at the bus stop tonight. We'll see if he can close some ground up right here.
Yeah, with 6 laps to go this next time by, this is where things are going to start getting dicey. Going to see if Matt Kemp can really open up the door. As I see right now, looks like Cedric Hunter starting to put his teammate under attack again. So we'll see if that 04 tries to make a pass into the bus stop. Doesn't look like he's going to push the issue too much yet. Looks like they're just going to cruise in there. But we're going to go back up on board here with that 54 and that 44. See what's going on with them. Because right now, this is your closest battle for position.
As we know, Matt's been very strong here through this turn 1 through 4 area. We'll see if he's got anything to say through here. It looks like Zach going to get the momentum of the card. It looks like a lot more planted than the 54 did there in that first section, but it looks like the 54 going to have a good apex here. That's going to open him right up to the back bumper. The 44 down through at turn number 4 and into the chute to turn 5 right here. And up the hill, we'll see it again. The 54 will try to open it up to the inside here. We know he's done it so many times here. You can see him peeking, but that 44 just there, not having the speed for the 54. And as they roll it around here through 6, 7, and 8, back onto the oval, NASCAR 1 and 2, we're turn 9. It's still Zach Nichols out in the lead with 6 laps to go.
It looks like Zach Nichols is able to get a better move out of that, the interior part of the course when he gets up onto NASCAR turn 1. That's whenever it seems like Zach Nichols is really starting to open up the door on Matt Kemp. But in all the slower parts of the track, it looks like Matt Kemp has a little bit more speed than that 54 or that 44. But maybe, like we were saying, maybe that 44 just trying to conserve as much as he can. Maybe he sees something in that race car that we don't. As you see right now, Brian Terry, on that inside. Goes to the 44, Zach Nichols. Man, he tried his best to use Brian Terry as a pick, but don't know. Whoa, big crossover here. Big lockup from the 54.
Oh, he's going to keep it off the wall. Where did that exit speed come from?
Man, sometimes I wonder where these boys where they pull these moves out of them. I don't even understand. I sit and rewatch these races sometimes just to go back and look at what they do and how they drive. And sometimes whenever I go back and watch the 54 and the 44, I don't even understand it half the time. I don't understand how they get them. If that was me in that situation, I would have been in the heartburn turn all day.
Oh, knocking the cones down. He is on a move now, or mission, excuse me. 5 laps to the good, 4.5 once they hit the back stretch, and man, we're getting possibly an exciting finish here, Chris. With the 77 and the 04, both also racing. The 2 teammates racing for 1 and 2, the 2 teammates racing for that final podium position. This is a storybook finish right here tonight.
Yeah, this is going to be one of those races that these boys are going to be talking about for the next couple of days. You know that some stuff is going to be going down here with 5 laps to go for whenever we get to this line. So, man, this is going to get really shook up here in a second. I am so excited to see how this 54 handles this adversity that he's got now. Big drive out there from the 54.
Yeah, is Matt Kemp going to pull it? And he's still 5/10 back, so here with 4 laps to go, it looks like you hear Zach saving right there. He's clutched in all the way. Wonder if he's just doing that to, keep himself from overdriving the car.
Well, I know that sometimes whenever I clutch in and all that stuff, like I can actually mess myself up worse whenever I push the clutch in. So I try not to coast too much. And look at that, Zach, the big drive out of the corner. Let's see if that 54 doesn't look like the 54. Like I said, coming into NASCAR 1, it just doesn't look like Matt Kemp has the same drive out as that 44. Zach Nichols just seems like he has his foot down on the gas just a tad bit sooner than that 54. Then through the bus stop, Matt Kemp makes up all of his time. Go back here and see the battle for that podium position. It looks like the 77 of Gabriel Ellison now put a little bit of separation between him and his teammate of that 04. There's a little bit of a hiccup there from the 77. That's going to close up that gap.
Oh my goodness, look at this down the front stretch. As the 44, he is under immense pressure. The 54 going to run a little wide into the corner. The Toyota, the Chevy, the No Chance teammates, they are going at it. 3 laps to the good. Who will it be? I mean, goodness gracious, man. These guys are racing right now. Look at that drive-in from the 54.
Yeah, this is where everything is going to come out. The gloves now are thrown off. They are on the ground. They are left on pit lane, the last pit stop. They threw them gloves out the window. They said, all right, we're going to go out here and duke it out. Old school style. Bare knuckle, it looks like it is just a slugfest here from that 54 and that 44. They are just beating and banging, trying their best to keep up with each other. And it looks like Cedric Hunter's still keeping up with that 77 of Gabriel Ellison. It looks like everybody pretty much got a little bit of separation between them. It looks like maybe David Farmer.
54 just missed the bus stop.
Yeah, Matt Kemp missed the bus stop there. Oh, no.
That might seal the deal for him.
You could be correct, Josh. That could be the end all be all. But we've seen more things
Crazier
happen.
Things
Yeah.
happen, yeah. 2 laps to go.
I mean, if
And
you
Cedric
remember,
Hunter and Gabriel Ellison are now the 2 teammates closest to each other, battling it out.
I mean, if you remember that one race at the Nashville Fairgrounds, we had 4 drivers cross the finish line, and all 4 of them got disqualified. We didn't even know who was the winner. So crazy things can happen. But look at that. I mean, 54 is starting to close up the gap just a little bit, but I just don't think he has the time left in that race car. You see him all
He's back
kinds
there
of
drifting out that corner.
yeah, all kinds of sideways. He's pretty much just trying his best to put the laps down that he can. But man, I don't think he has the tires left in that race car. Gonna go back here though and check on that 77 and that 04. Like we said, this right now is your closest battle for position. And that podium spot up for grabs. We know that 04, he's wanting to get out here and put his name in that Bluegrass books here early on. But the 77 of Gabriel Ellison doesn't want to give it up to his teammate.
Is a playoff driver too, so we'll see how fair the 04 plays with him here, since he is a playoff driver.
Yeah, that is also something to take into consideration. That 04 is not a playoff driver. Gabriel Ellison is. So wonder if that teammate will just let him get that 3rd position. That's why we haven't seen the 04 really making any moves. Maybe that's why he let him get by him. So just that way he ain't got to worry about it. But the white flag is out.
White flag. Matt Kemp back under a second or 2 seconds, Chris. Is he toying with his teammate right now? Are we going to see some Ferrari team orders here? Is this Australia, what is it, 2002?
Whoa,
When Ferrari, I said when Ferrari told Schumacher to pass Rubens Barrichello?
Could just be a playoff help. Or maybe the 44 might be is he out of gas?
He's out of gas.
Zach Nichols is out of fuel.
Oh, did he forget to take fuel?
I wonder if he forgot to take fuel, and that's why he was conserving.
Dude, there's no way he just did that. I thought he was just toying around with him for a second. But he's genuinely out of gas. And now the 2 Lucky Duck guys might finish on the podium if he doesn't make it back in time.
Matt Kemp gonna walk away with the win. You see him doing the Tokyo drift style over the finish line. Zach Nichols gonna get across the line. Looks like he is just trying to coast as best he can. Gabriel Ellison gonna walk away with that 3rd place position. Good drive there from that 04 Cedric Hunter, man. Good drive there.
So I got word that he misjudged his fuel.
Oh, so Zach Nichols just ran out of fuel there in the last corner. Saw it, man. Oh, you saw it. But Matt Kemp able to walk away with the win. So now you can mark it down again, Matt. 3/16/2022 at 10:42 at night. You walked away with the win over Zach Nichols.
Man, I cannot believe he ran out of gas right there. I expected it with how much he was conserving, but I thought, hey, maybe they all got to stop one more time or something. What gives? But no, they just genuinely ran out of gas. That stinks. But hey, Matt Kemp, great job to keep fighting, buddy. You can tell somebody's glad this thing is over. As you're going to see that 54 of Matt Kemp pull up and do his celebratory burnout donuts, whatever you want to call him. He is getting down on that start-finish line. Matt Kemp, your winner tonight here at the Charlotte Roval. I cannot believe it, Chris. Have you ever? I have never.
You know, that just goes to show you, Josh, that was one of those things that we were saying. Anything can
Can
happen.
happen.
Anything can happen. So now you see why Zach Nichols was coasting. We were wondering that when we went into the commercial break. Me and Josh were talking about it. We were like, it's kind of confusing why Zach was coasting like that. Whoa, David Farmer out of the middle of nowhere.
You just heard him smack the snot out of the wall.
That just goes to show you fuel strategy can be it all.
Man, I cannot believe that shake up there at the end, but we're going to get through your post-race results because, man, it was a absolute barn burner here tonight at the Charlotte Roval. As it will be that Matt Kemp machine taking victory here tonight. Zach Nichols, unfortunately, taking the white flag and running out of fuel down the back straightaway. He is going to come home, or actually run out of fuel coming in the front stretch, really. He's going to run out of fuel completely, and he's going to finish here tonight in second. Unfortunate for Zach. Man, Gabriel going to finish here tonight in third. And making his first start here in the Bluegrass Series, the 04 of Cedric Hunter. Congratulations to you, man. You finished fourth place. Zach has locked himself into the playoffs, is what I heard. Or unless he said Matt. I don't know. Matt. Okay, he did say Matt. I thought I heard him say Zach, but he did say Matt. I figured. Okay, yeah, he did. Okay, we're good. Cedric Hunter going to finish fourth, though. Brandon Holder going to finish fifth. Sorry, listening to race control there and getting myself all confused, but Brandon Holder fifth, Michael Sturgill sixth, seventh, Wyatt Brackett eighth, David Farmer ninth, Doug Newbigging, Mikey Neal going to finish 10th with Morgen Baird going to finish 11th, Matt Grenier 12th with Scott Fritz 13th, Mo Abbott going to be 14th with Brian Terry 15th, Frankie Broso 16th, and rounding out your field in that 17th spot will be that 81 of Jaden Katachi. So it looks like we have all of our drivers ready. All right, well, we're going to go ahead and bring up Matt Kemp, have a word with our race winner. Matt Kemp, Chris, and Josh up here in the booth. Do you got a copy, buddy?
I got you guys.
Man, well, I've got it. March 16th, 2022 at 10:42. You crossed the checkered flag or finish line to take the checkered and beat Zach here tonight at the Roval. You said it wasn't going to happen. It happened on some botched fuel. But, Matt, you come home, you fight all the way to the end, man, and you pick up a victory here, locking yourself into the next round of the playoffs. How does it feel going forward, man, and how does it feel picking up a win here tonight at the Roval?
Well, they say it's better to be lucky than good, right? So I'm pretty happy to be lucky tonight, but thought we actually had a pretty good run. I'm really surprised that I was able to keep up the pace that I was able to keep up tonight, and man, that feels pretty cool to win a road course. So, yeah, even though it was a little bit of luck, I mean, you still got to be there. So I'm happy we were able to get it done.
Heck yeah, man, we're excited to see you get it done. You guys look very solid all night. We saw some great battling between you and Zach all over the track tonight. Some a little bit of beating, a little bit of banging there between the two, but I'm sure it was all good fun between you two, man. But Matt, going into the round of 4, man, you've got to now go into Martinsville and Charlotte. That is going to be absolutely insane these next 2 weeks. How are you feeling rolling your way into Martinsville? We know you're locked in, but how's it going to be just going in and handling Martinsville now with knowing that you're made it into that final round?
Well, shoot, I'll just say I'm just happy to be locked in going into next week. It'll be fun for everybody who's not locked in. But yeah, no, I'm super happy to be locked in. And no, I'm sure Zach's not too happy right now. Because he was trying to win all the road courses this season, and I mean, he damn near did it. If it wasn't for that wrong fuel calculation, he would have done it. So credit to him, though, where it's due. But it was really fun there battling. I know I'm off track, but I did want to mention that we had some pretty good battling there during the race. That was pretty fun. But no, I'm excited for next week, especially since I'm locked in now. I really that feels great. So yeah, I can't wait to do it, and whatever happens next week.
Heck yeah, man. It's nice to be on this end of the stick this time, ain't it? So,
No doubt.
Matt, man, well, I got to say, it was an awesome job from the No Chance guys tonight. All you boys put on a good show out there. Granted, no, not everybody got the finishes they wanted. It you guys all at one point looked very strong. Granted, you and Zach out there, knocking doors right there for a minute. It was a good hard race. But Matt, again, congratulations, man, on picking up the Roval win here tonight. And hey, you got yourself locked into Martinsville. You're gonna be able to kick back, relax, and not have to worry about putting the bumper to people in it. And if you've got any final words, thoughts, or shout outs before we let you get out of here, Matt, you can go ahead and throw them out there, buddy, and we'll let you get on your way.
Heck yeah, this is a heck of a round, ain't it? Friggin' Martinsville and the Roval. You got bumpers laid 2 weeks in a row, so should be exciting for you guys. I'm glad we were able to put on a decent show for you in the booth, and so obviously thank you guys again for everything you've done all season to get us to this point, and thanks to the league for making it happen to keep us racing every week on Wednesday nights, and thanks to my teammates for showing up. I'm glad Jaden's been showing up, been fun, even though he hasn't gotten the finishes he's wanted, and truthfully, probably deserved. He's better than his results have shown, but it's been a lot of fun. Can't thank my teammates enough for showing up and having some fun every week, and can't wait for next week.
Heck yeah, man. We can't wait for next week either. We know you definitely are glad to have that burden off your shoulder, but Matt, again, congratulations, man. We know it's been a hard-fought season for you guys, so it's going to be fun to watch the 54 battle for a championship going into Charlotte, but congratulations here tonight, man, and we'll let you get out of here. And once again, we're excited to see you rolling into Martinsville and definitely into the championship race now.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Thank you, man. And that was Matt Kemp. Going to go ahead and bring up Zach Nichols and have a word with our second place finisher. Oops, I almost just moved myself. Zach Nichols, Chris, and Josh up here in the booth. Do you got a copy, sir?
Yep.
Man, we heard just a little bit of missed field strategy right there, miscalculation there at the end. But Zach, man, it just was it a little bit, on the iRacing side, was you using your own calculation? Where did you guys go short right there?
Yeah, I have caps like a lot of people do, and it said fuel for 4.8, so I put 5.1 in, and I was like 3 laps short somehow. So I had to save a whole bunch of fuel that last run. And I'm super surprised because I didn't even think I was even going to remotely make it to the end, but we were able to save enough to salvage a P2.
Man, well, that just goes to show how much of a tough battle that was from your perspective. 3 laps short, I couldn't even imagine. There's no way I'd all afford after that. But Zach, man, I got to say that's a tough battle to come back from. Man, you were still able to manage a P2. You were going looking so solid right there. We were gonna say that you were probably about to definitely lock your way in. The championship race, but now going into Martinsville next week, you guys got to work a little extra. What's Martinsville like for you guys, and do you think that 44 machine's gonna come back next week strong?
Yeah, the Martinsville is an all right track for us. Gotta hopefully keep the tires on the car and just not get involved in anything, and we'll probably be there at the end. Hopefully we can do that and lock ourselves into the final race.
Heck yeah, man. We know how much of a heartbreaker it is here tonight, probably to have that happen. But Zach, we saw some excellent racing between you and Matt. It was fun to see you guys get out there and mix it up. Pretty much that whole second half of the race, like we were saying, every part of the track, you guys had some action going on there for a little bit. But Zach, you guys put on one hell of a show. We hate that had to happen for you. It stinks that the field got cut a little bit short for you guys tonight, but I know you'll probably be getting that guy on the wall that calculated that up fired, and hopefully next week you guys will be running a little bit better. And hey, man, if you got any final words or thoughts, shout outs, or anything before we let you out of here about this race or next week, you're more than welcome to throw them out there. We'll let you get on your way.
Yeah, I'd like to thank you guys for broadcasting. You guys do a phenomenal job. The league admins for putting this whole league on with Jason and all them. It's a ton of fun to race every week. My dad's watching, and I think my Uncle Kenny's watching, so I'd like to shout them out. My teammates, Morgan, Jaden, and Matt, and congrats to Matt on the win, and about it.
Well, heck yeah, Zach. It's been a pleasure watching you guys put on one hell of a show for us up here in the booth again. Man, we're saying a big ol' congratulations tonight, even though the fuel came a little bit short. We know it would have been a lot better if it was on the other end of the stick, but hey, you got a good run here at Martinsville next week. We're excited to see what you guys got, and hopefully we'll be talking to you at the end of that as well. But Zach, congratulations, and we'll be hopefully again having a word with you next week.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, man. And that was Zach Nichols. We're going to go ahead and bring up Gabriel Ellison, our third and final interview of the night. Have a word with him. It is the Lucky Ducks Motorsports 77 of Gabriel Ellison. Do you got a copy, sir?
Yes, sir.
Man, what a hell of a race out there from you tonight, buddy. You started 7th place here. And we always say that when I always say it's my own little stipulate, or what's the word? I can't think of the word. Whatever I'm trying to say. You know, when they say, you got your little lucky charms. Whenever I see you start 7th, I always tell myself in my head, it's going to be a good night for that 77. Because the 77 in the 7th spot always seems like you roll off pretty good. And you did 4 places here tonight, man. But you came home tonight 3rd, and we saw a little bit of a battle between you and your new teammate. And, man, I got to say, both of you guys look very strong there. It was fun to watch you mix it up a little bit. I know he wasn't, running you too hard there. But, hey, coming home with a 3rd, you got yourself set up a little bit easier going into Martinsville. We know that's going to be a whole different ball field. But, Gabriel, take us through here tonight, man. And what gave you, that opportunity to go up there? You got a lot of speed there at the end of the run.
Yeah, I was just trying to, just keeping the rear tires alive, not killing them. Pretty much every single position I got was from someone spinning the tires off the corner or overshooting a braking zone. I mean, name of the game for me, really, because I knew, pace-wise, Kemp and Nichols, they're a whole different world up there. So for me, it was just minimize mistakes and save the rear tires as much as possible for later in the run, because later in the run, those rears get rough. So, yeah, I just took my time and, had decent pace, but just kept it mistake-free, and it paid off.
Well, mistake-free is the name of the game, man. You finished 3rd here tonight. You Lucky Duck boys all looked pretty well tonight, at one point all running up there nose to bumper, and it looked pretty good from our perspective. You guys put on one hell of a show. We know going into Martinsville next week is going to be a tough one, but, man, Gabriel, very excited to see what you boys got for us next week, And, man, if you've got any final words, thoughts, shout-outs, or anything you want to throw out there before we let you get out of here, you're more than welcome to. And
all right, appreciate it. Thanks to the teammates there. There was a good first race with Cedric there. He raced very clean at the end. There was probably a couple times he could have been a little bit more aggressive than he was, so I appreciate that. And there's huge thanks to Finlay Hats, RS Button Boxes, and Natalie's Orchid Juice. Huge thanks to all them, and thanks to all you guys for putting the league and the broadcast on.
Heck yeah, man. Well, we appreciate the kind words, Gabriel. We're excited to see you boys roll off next week. And, hey, man, congratulations on that 3rd place tonight. Hard-fought battle from yourself. And hopefully we'll be seeing you next week.
All right, thank you all. Have a good one.
Thank you. You too, man. Have a blessed week. And that was Gabriel Ellison. Well, Chris, any final words here tonight for our Bluegrass faithful before we get them out of the Roval and get ready for Martinsville next week?
Yeah, just a big shout out to everybody out there on that Facebook, on that YouTube page. We always say it every week. Couldn't do it without everybody that watches on that Facebook and YouTube. So again, we really do appreciate everybody that just takes the time out of their Monday, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays, and now even on the Thursdays, even though it's not with us broadcast, Bluegrass still throwing the Dirt Series on Thursday. So go check out the Ultimate Dirt TV. They do a really good job with the Dirt Series that Scott Fritz and all them have put on. So also go check them out. But a big shout out to LNS Customs, ButtKicker, Kinder Performance Group, and Barber Ford Motorsports for coming on board and giving us the opportunity to do all this. Everybody says they thank us for being able to do the races. Well, for doing the broadcast. Well, we thank everybody that gives us the opportunity to be able to do the broadcast. And hopefully I'll be able to get this surgery taken care of tomorrow and get everything, back ready to go Monday, because I cannot wait for this race at Martinsville. This is going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, and I see Jason,
I've got the points ready.
I was about to say, if you want to go ahead and throw those points out.
Yes, sir. Looks like we've got our top 4 going into Martinsville next week. We're going to be Nichols, Kemp, Ellison, and Holder. Sitting in 5th place, just outside the cut line, Newbigging, Brackett, Neal, and Baird. So it's going to be an interesting week in Martinsville coming up, guys. This is going to be a fun little round. A lot of bumpers going to be getting used next week, I'm sure.
Oh, heck yeah. We're excited to see it. That's going to
Yes.
be a really good race at Martinsville, our round of 8 going in there. And, yeah, man, heck yeah. Jason, we appreciate that. And, man, any final things before we get you out of here?
That's it, guys.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Heck yeah. It's the playoff points wizard, Jason Collins, coming up in here, spitting his knowledge, and then out he goes. Well, we appreciate everyone here that has, all had a part in tonight. We appreciate all of our fans. over on the YouTube, hit that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell so you know when we go live. Hit that like button as well. It helps so much more on that YouTube platform than you think it does. If you're on that Facebook, make sure to hit that like button as well. Share us out on your feed, to your messenger, whatever you want to do with it. I don't know all the things you can do on Facebook. I don't know if you can even poke on Facebook anymore. If you can, don't do that, because I'll find you and I'll definitely get you banned off Facebook if you start poking our Facebook page. But other than that, we're going to go ahead and throw it out of here. A big thank you to the Facebook and YouTube chat. Big thank you to LNS Customs, ButtKicker, Kenner Performance Group, and Barber Ford Motorsports. And again, our fearless leader, Jason Collins, the points wizard. And hey, we'll be seeing you guys next week at Martinsville, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And hopefully you guys enjoy the rest of your week. Good night, and we'll be seeing you, Martinsville.